Hi, this is Vicki with Learning Home Volunteers, and welcome to our learning session, Astronauts and Aliens. Well, the evenings have been so lovely, kind of warm and inviting, and our family has been spending a lot of time outdoors in the evening. Looking up at the sky, we see the moon and the stars, and I'm sure your little learners are curious about what they see. So we thought we should do a little adventure into space, and we're going to suit up our little ones and give them the feel of what it would be like to be a space explorer, an astronaut. Astronauts are our last explorers going and learning about worlds that we've never seen before. Scientists believe that there are other beings in the universe, and I doubt they look like the alien on this slide, but it is certainly fun to imagine what they may look like, and we thought we would include them in our play for this session. So let's get started. Our books in this learning session are to help the child imagine themselves as astronauts venturing into space, and we have a great collection of nonfiction and fiction books. Our storyteller has some great ideas for looking into the night sky for you too. So, our first book, Me and My Place in Space, our little explorers start at the Earth and take a quick little tour of our own solar system and out to the stars. The next book, On the Moon, is a story about astronauts going to the moon and then doing all the important scientific research that they do. Great photos, real and otherwise. Honestly, it makes me want to put on a spacesuit and blast out into space. And our last book is about Pete the cat and his visit to space camp. And during space camp, he learns how to be an astronaut. So let's look at our first activity, activity number one. Well, before you can go into space, your little astronaut is going to be at home to help keep them safe, just like when you're vibrating head protection and body protection to make sure they stay safe. In space, it's actually really cold, and there's a need to communicate with their astronauts and make sure of this. And in your box, with an opening on your helmet, like the country that you're from, or will you decorate it to reflect the things that you like? It's hard to know where you'll take this, but we hope that you'll post a picture of your astronaut in their helmet. Mariana and I have decorated our own, which we'll post later this week. What a sight that's going to be. Well, activity number two is to get your rocket ready. And actually, if we're headed out to the moon, you're gonna need a rocket. And in your box, you'll find a paper with rockets printed on them. You see how two rockets, these rockets are touching each other here. This is where you want to connect them. So I would fold the outer edges and then cut out the edges of the rocket and then actually connect them together with tape or glue on the edges. And then it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off, and you'll blow some air into the straw, which you put at the bottom, and see your rocket fly. Now, we've included a couple extra copies of the rockets in case, well, crash landings, and some extra straws in case you have a few extra astronauts at your house or other places to go. This is activity number three, and one of the things that you might see if you went into space are comets. Comets are icy, frozen leftovers from the formation of our solar system, and they're made up of dust and rocks and ice. And they're big, really big, ranging from a few miles to tens of miles wide. In the sky, they kind of look like these little blurs that have a point and a tail. Um, but in real life, they look like this. I know, kind of funny, huh? And this was actually taken by a space telescope. So we're going to make our own comets out of foil and streamers that look like this. In your box, you will find 3 streamers, and what you want to do is line your streamers up and then encase them in foil at the end. They're perfect for throwing, and I love when you throw them how the tail flutters. This is activity number 4, and we're going to actually make planets. And what you want to do is take 2 paper plates and turn them upside down. One of the plates, you want to put some globs of paint. 2 or 3 colors work best. Any more than that, you get brown planets. Then what you do is you put the backs together and then turn the plates, like she's doing here, and then you pull them apart and you end up with 2 planets that look similar but not quite the same. I want to see where your astronaut found in their exploration of space with this new planet that you guys discovered. Well, we hope you have a great week being an astronaut. We'll have more fun things to do with your little astronaut next week.